Okay, so I've cut out two pieces of the blade itself, and I've just used thin cardboard, cardstock, a large piece of cardstock, or actually it's called cakeboard, and yeah, that's about all of it. That's about what the blade made out of. So I just used the old template that I used for this, cut it out, traced it onto the thing, onto the cardboard. But first, I did a little bit of an extension on the blade part, just a few centimeters. You can see in the screen, comparing it by the ruler, and yeah, just a little bit. That's pretty much it. Just stuck it onto the cardboard with some tape. Not so sticky tape. What the heck is that? So I just stuck it onto the cardboard, the template, and with a tape. Not so sticky tape, and just traced it. You could use a marker. I just used paint because I don't have marker. Just dabbed it onto the cardboard, and yeah. After that, took the template out and cut it all up, and that's pretty much how I did it. So now, what I'm gonna do is mimic the bevel. Just mimic the bevel, since this is where the part of the bevel starts, here on this edge, and it's just exactly the width of the popsicle stick. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna trace the popsicle stick along the edge, trace it with a paper, no, not paper, pen, all the way to the end, all the way here. Gonna be tracing it like that. Also, I'm gonna cut it up slightly so it could be bent a bit easier. I'm gonna use an X-Acto knife here on the edge of the bevel. Just gonna be slightly cutting it here so it could be bent way more easier. And yeah, after that, I'm just gonna stick it onto here, either with hot glue, super glue, white glue, anything that should make it stick onto this part will be viable. And that's pretty much all of the steps for making the blade itself. So yeah, I'll go right ahead and do that, and see you later. Okay, it's all attached, all glued together. I forgot to tell you that you should cut this part too, so it could fold like this, and the tip part can fold independently without trouble. And yeah, it's all glued up together and stuff. All they have to do now is just close up this gap and make the edge sharp. I'll be doing it with hot glue. I can't really record it because I don't have my hot glue right now. I don't know where it is. It might be in another room. I'm gonna use it there. That's about it for the blade. Okay, now that the blade is done, next up we're just gonna do is the handle. First, before the guard right here. So what we're gonna do is wrap this foam sheet around the handle, like so, just until it's fully wrapped around and secured by glue gun. What you want to do is, since this sheet is very thin, you have to use glue gun as much as possible, covering as much area as you can, so it would be in contact as much surface as it can, which makes it more durable. Do this every time you glue, even after the first roll. Just glue it in as much surface as you can, so it would be more durable as that. So yeah, I'll go right ahead and do exactly that, and I'll show you how it's gonna look like. Okay, done and done, and so far it feels really good. Exactly what I was expecting. Next up, we're gonna do the guard, which is easy enough. Just take the handle, stick it on there, and trace it, and there we go, the hole. That's gonna be the hole, and then after that, just make the shape that you want for the guard. That's pretty much it, and that's the guard. After that, just make more copies of this depending on how thick you want it, and glue them together, as well as cutting the hole here and fit it through the handle. And that's pretty much it. I'll just make that real quick and see how it would look. Okay, so I finished the guard. There was a change of plans, as you see here. I used foam mat instead to make it thicker, quicker, and yeah, it worked pretty good. And for the shape of this hole here, it's different because my hilt was way too short to accommodate the thickness of the guard, so I just used the shape of the blade instead, which I hope it's gonna fit. Let's try it out. Oh, there we go. And it worked perfectly. That's a surprise. Yeah, it worked. Keep in mind, the first method is still viable, just gives it a bit more effort to make, but it's still good. If you want it to be quicker, just glue the first template on top of the foam, so to make it thicker, a bit quicker. And yeah, that's about it for the guard. Next up is the detail on this handle. Well, what I have here are parts that are the details for the handle. These are made up of fake leather material, I think, and all that's left is to glue these things onto here, like so. Yeah, so yeah, I'll be right back and just glue them all together, see how it looks. And there we go. It still really has, it's not quite right, but it does look good enough for me. Yeah, this is better than like my first. I think I'll still remake it, but this is good enough for now. Just add a little bit more detail and paint everything, and the hilt would probably look cool. Yeah, and there we go, pretty much all detailed up with just cardboard and stuff. All I have to do now is treat it with emulsion, or maybe Mod Podge or some plastic dip, and after that, just paint it all up. It's finished, and the blade is done. So what I did was just painting it in dark gray, only the inside, since the outside is already black, and that's good enough. Some detail pieces based on, well, not entirely based on the reference pictures, but still vaguely resembling it. And after that, just putting the rubber piece on top. You can just paint this part red, but I found a rubber piece, so I just used that. Painted the guard silver, actually painted everything up here silver, and then just topping this blade off with clear red. And it looks really cool. So that's pretty much it. And I'm really happy how it turned out. It really looks badass. So yeah. Oh god, I finally got the sword. So thanks for watching. I'll just give you a better view and see you on the next video. Oh yeah, be on the lookout for the sheath. That's the next one that I'm gonna make. The other half of this sword actually. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Dope. Check it out.